You want to ask something?
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead.
Lung and heart are in producing organs, no, sir?
Hmm.
In producing.
Hmm.
Sir, actually, as per our 5 elements, heart belongs to heat, sir. Heat category. It produces yang, sir. Similarly, spleen. Spleen is humidity. It produces yang. Is not.
Okay. So we are
That
back to zero.
clarification. Liver and spleen are yang producing, sir. Spleen is humidity. So,
You ought to know many things.
sir,
Probably it's my mistake. I have not been going in a smooth line,
sir.
thinking that most of you know a lot of things, excepting for Vijay. Anyway, so Venkateshwarlu is asking that you have said that heart and lungs belongs to Yin family, and liver and spleen they belong to Yang family. How is it this possible? Because heart belongs to fire phase. Heart belongs to fire
Okay.
phase. Venkateshwarlu, I am going to ask a question which will answer your question. You tell me, you have a car? You have a car. So in the car, you have so many gears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, isn't it? Now, when the car is at rest and you have to start, which gear do you apply?
First gear,
First
sir.
gear. Now and suppose you are going uphill and the car has to be stopped. Then when you start the car again, you require first gear. Will it start? Will it go on fourth gear or third gear or second gear? It will not.
No, sir.
Why so? Why so?
It
The
requires the initial pushing.
the start of process that requires more force, or once it has started, the continuous movement requires more force. Starting.
That's why we put the first gear is only for that.
Yes. So that is very young. But continuously you are moving, continuous movement. There is no change. It is a continuity. The function is continuous. Same function is happening without any change. So if there is no change, it is yin or yang.
In.
Yin.
Second phase and the first phase, which one is more yin and which one is more yang?
Second phase is in, first phase is yang.
So second phase is fire, that is yin. Heart has enough power to, to do continuous movement, but it cannot start. So liver has to have more power. And if the thing is continuously moving for some time, if that movement has to be arrested, that will require more force, or something which has just been pushed, that will require more force. Venkatesh. If something is coming from top, it is falling very high. Continuously it is falling. Or even if it is going horizontally. If the total thing has to be absorbed, that is known as momentum. I don't know whether you are a student of physics. Those who are not a student of physics, they cannot understand the theory behind acupuncture. Let me tell you very frankly, the doctors cannot understand the theory of acupuncture, the oriental science. You have to know physics. So arresting, eating up all the momentum, that requires a lot of absorbing power. That is Earth. We are going at a speed of 100 kilometers, and if you have to apply brakes, the applying of the brakes is slowly, the thing is the speed coming down, 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 and it will stop. That is, which phase is that? That is third phase, the Earth.
Third phase.
Sir, great explanation, sir. Wonderful.
Yes, sir.
Not great explanation. It is the most
Excellent,
simple.
sir.
जो सबसे ज्यादा हमारे जैसा मूर्ख होगा वो तुरंत पकड़ लेगा. But if you are intelligent, you are trying to find out. Oh, heart, heat is yang. Heat is not yang. More yang has to be wind. And absorption also requires a lot of power. So humidity can be very yang, and humidity can be
Very yin.
once the car's momentum has been absorbed, what happens? Do you know that? I was having a factory of retreading, tire retreading. Of course, it's failed because I am not a businessman. So it was bound to fail, it failed. But let me tell you a story. So the truck walas, they used to come. Truck wale aate the hamare paas कारखाने में, and they used to give me the old tire on which I used to put the strip of new rubber. Just a moment, huh?
सर आवाज आवाज सर
सर आवाज नहीं आ
सर
रही।
इशारा करना पड़ेगा ना आवाज नहीं.
सर आवाज नहीं आ रही।
सर
Abhi, can you hear me now?
yes sir.
I have muted myself.
Yes.
Like Venkateshwar, it's very
Right.
amusing to me because such questions people don't ask. Venkateshwar, I am very happy that you are asking these questions. But people are not interested to get these answers. बता दिया किसी ने heat है, fire, that is very young. Finished. For continuous movement, you must have had kids, How old you are now?
60, sir.
You are 60. Do you have grandsons, grandchildren you have, or
Yes.
you have grandchildren? So
One
have you gone
grandkid.
with them to some park or some play zone where they have swings? Jhula hota hai na, jhula. Okay? So when you start pushing, that time you require more. Or when the child is swinging and you are just putting like this, and the swing goes on. So that is the second phase. Initial phase, you have to really push the child. So which one is more yang? Yang means the intensity of the chi is also measured in terms of yang. So the chi in wood phase is more yang as compared to the chi in the fire phase. So liver is more yang than heart. Nobody has told you so far, isn't it? No class,
No, sir.
nowhere.
No.
No, Kavita, you must have known it. You might not have asked it to your teacher.
हमने
Because people don't try to think themselves. वो जो teacher ने बोल दिया उसको रखा. Like the other day, Vijay asked, ऐसा क्यों है साहब? some suddenly two, 3 points gap है, बाद में coldness आ रहा है, ये आ रहा है, हो रहा है. Why? So how we arrived that liver and spleen, they belong to Yang family? Why? Because by the time they approach, the chi approaches the first joint, ankle joint, it is fourth phase. The lungs and heart, by the time it approaches wrist joint, it is only third phase. It has not been able to pass the third phase, and because first phase is over, then the second phase starts. Second phase is over, then the third phase starts. Third phase over, then the fourth phase starts, etc., etc. That means the generating. These are all generating organs, isn't it? So whatever they are generating, if they are very young, they will immediately. नहीं, किसी का बच्चा 10 महीने में चलने लगता है, किसी का बच्चा 13 महीने में चलता है, नहीं चलता 14 महीने में चलता है. Who will move faster? The
Oh, young.
boy or the child who has got more yang from the mother's womb, जिसकी माँ ने दबा के खाया होगा when she was pregnant.
तो सर इसमें हमने फिर किडनी की बात नहीं करी अभी.
मत करो, क्या करने
नहीं,
की?
करनी है ना.
The more you ask, the more you will get.
तो सर किडनी का भी तो लाइक
Abhi Venkateshwarlu, you don't think that you will ask a question and you will make me mum. I shall give you some answer because for you I have enough knowledge. For my audience, I have enough knowledge. I don't know about others. But if I went to some class and asked the so-called great teachers some questions, they will be in a mess. I know that. जो एग्जाम्पल आपको दिया था ना, हमने फूल दिया लड़के ने और थप्पड़ मारा. I tell you, the stalwarts in India, they have not been able to answer this. The greatest of acupuncturists. I don't want to demean them or belittle them, but this is what is happening because you are just trying to cut, copy, paste everywhere. बुक में ऐसा लिखा है इसलिए मैंने ऐसा बता दिया. अरे बुक में लिखा है तो उसको सोचो, समझो. You try to understand. क्यों लिखा, कैसे लिखा, कहां से आया.
Sir, I would like to make a comment, sir. I was like reading, like doing a lot of trying to get matter from YouTube on these things, and I was like confused. But that example of this proposing to a girl was like that made me to understand the things completely. That gave me the right base. So
See,
after that, I'm not
as
doing
soon as you tell someone that yang is action, yin is reaction, so what do they say? Oh, yes, yes. The Newton said that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So, Baba, Newton's law is different. Yin yang is different.
that. Yeah, even I had that question. Same Newton.
Newton is talking of these two, force, action, and reaction on two different objects.
different objects.
Yin and yang are on the same object. Such a big thing you are missing. ऐसा ही है. Liver 4 is on the ankle joint. SP5 metal point is an ankle joint. But LU9 wrist joint only LU9. Wrist joint only H7. ये कभी गौर किया कविता, ऐसा क्यों है?
कभी मैं तो कह रही, विजय जी ने पूछा तो उस दिन मैंने यही बोला कि हमने तो कभी उन्हें थॉट ही नहीं दिया.
And
And he's
Vijay
so
asked
new. हाँ, yeah.
Vijay asked this such a question which I had to explain that a Yang family, Yin family, this, that, someone can jump. So, chi, बंदर का ची देख लो. Snakes chi you see. How the frogs chi you see. Frog, how does it move? Tuck, tuck.
Jump.
So this is wind.
Wind.
Serpent, heat,
Continuity.
fire. So a lot of things we have to think ourselves. Everything is not written in the book. When I am writing a book, I write it for the general public. But when I'm talking to you in the class, I'm talking to you personally for what you require to understand. What questions comes to your mind, that has to be answered at rest. So now that Venkateshwarlu asked, fire, chi is heat, hotness, that is very young. That is required for continuous movement, which is not as much strong as it should be for the wind, because it has to start something from rest. बड़ी बात है ये, नहीं? Even this question people do not put on. बोल रहे हैं, मैं गुरुजी बोल रहे हैं, मिश्रा जी बोल रहे हैं, हो गया काम. से नहीं होता रे बाबा. You have to ask questions. Cross. Because you are all grown up, and in your own field, you are a master, better than me. ऐसा कुछ नहीं. I know a little bit more in 5 element there, a little more. So I can share my knowledge. But in your field, you are matured and you are excellent. I don't know much about Park Saab's total studies. He has done a lot of work. You get your answer?
Sir,
So humidity,
thank you.
when it is on the yin side with the dryness, when it is on the yin meridian, the humidity is yin. But the same humidity on the yang meridian is very yang. On yang meridian, humidity is very yang. Then only it can control the maximum yin. The maximum yin coldness has to be controlled by maximum yang. So it is the humidity which is controlling. That is the last phase. Last phase, the two forces are coldness and humidity. Coldness is maximum yin. No movement. In order to control that, maximum yang is required. So on the yang side, the humidity point is very yang. On the yin side, humidity. Now humidity is the transitional phase, whether on yang or yin. Transition. So there are two sides of a process, yang side and yin side. Start and move. That is yang side. Arrest the momentum and then stop. That is yin side. Right? So humidity on the yin side is yin, but it is very yang on the yang side. Why? Because this word yang has to be used, has been used by Chinese in two different ways. One is the nature, structure, and the other is function. Structurally, you can be yin. Functionally, that is same yin can be more yang. Your wife, structurally, she is yin, but functionally, maybe she is yang. घर जाके सुनना पड़ता होगा. Why you are so late? The class was supposed to be finished at 9 o'clock. You are coming at 10 o'clock. Why shall I be waiting for your dinner? I will not serve you. Have you ever heard it? So that time she is more yang than you. And you have to behave like a humidity, absorb it. Keep quiet. आराम से खाना खा के सोने के लिए. अच्छा, these are all amusement, huh? And don't take it otherwise. Venkatesh will do. This is just putting up a few jokes, here and there, that makes the whole environment a little light. You get your answer?
Sir,
I'm very happy that you asked
sir,
this.
I got
I'm
it, sir.
so. Can you see that I'm happy answering this question? Only because nobody asks such questions. ये कोई
सर,
पूछता ही नहीं.
आजकल तो जमाना ऐसा है, क्वेश्चन पूछे तो गुस्सा आता है. आप तो हंस रहे हैं.
I'm so happy. I'm so pleased. Venkateshwalu, that means you are taking interest in my all talk or blah blah. You are tolerating my blah blah, unnecessary blah blah. Nobody wants to listen to all this. Even in my own family, they won't listen to me. The way you are listening, my own family, they will not listen to me like that.
सर, घर का मुर्गी दाल बराबर होता है सर. सर, मैं एक क्वेश्चन पूछूं सर, डम क्वेश्चन.
Sir,
पूछना ही चाहिए.
small clarification, sir.
We are talking adult to adult.
Out of lung and heart, which is more in, sir? Lung and heart, which produces more in?
Let Vijay answer it. He is the fresh man. And I have given an example of ant and horse in the beginning. Do you remember, Vijay? Horse is more yang because a lot of change happens.
Right.
And yin, though GT ant is moving fast, but the steps are. So it is the wavelength which gives us to know larger wavelengths,
Yes.
yang, smaller wavelengths, yin. Now answer the question of Venkateshwarlu. Heart and lungs.
Heart and lung, heart, based on my, like, whatever I know, yeah, heart beats, it has got more beats per minute, and as per the theory, it has got more yang compared to lungs. But I don't know
Hemlata,
how
Hemlata,
much oxygen it is
can you
taking.
put on your
Yes.
camera?
Oxygen.
Difficult? Okay, forget it. Munyandi, can you answer this question? Venkateshwarlu is asking, हार्ट और लंग्स में कौन ज्यादा यिन है और कौन ज्यादा यांग है? मुनियांदी, कैन यू आंसर? यू हैव अ गुड कॉमन सेंस.
सर हार्ट स्पीड से पंप करता है तो वेवलेंथ उसकी छोटी है
यस, वेरी गुड.
और
Therefore,
लंग्स की
heart is
yin
in as compared to
lungs.
lungs.
Okay, so you.
excellent. Hemlata, I'm proud of you that I have you in the class.
Thank you, sir.
This is how you should understand.
Out of liver and spleen, which is more yang, sir?
You tell me.
Liver and spleen?
You tell me.
Sir, please
Liver
explain
only.
in English, sir.
Both are yang.
Both are yang.
But how many points do you have in liver and how many points do you have in spleen?
14 and 21. Liver has 14, spleen has 20.
21. So 21 varieties of chi, because every variety of chi is kept at different points. So minimum 21 variety. Minimum I'm saying because there are many more points. 21 points are there. So the common sense you should know which one is more yang. The
Spleen.
chi generated by spleen is shared with
Stomach.
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 How many points it has?
45.
45.
And this has 21 points. And it has a great Luo point SP21 which is connected to everyone. So the variety, differentiation. The differentiation is what yang. Ahankar kya hai? We don't.
Yang. Yang.
Yang.
Ahankar is yang. That is separating you. This is me. That is you. This is ahankar. This is yang. So separating 21 points. And this is only 14 points. So obviously, who is more yang?
Spleen.
Spleen. अभी ये सब बेसिक क्वेश्चन है, एकदम पकड़ के रखो. People will be flat. You ask your anyone. Many people cannot answer. They will not be able to answer. See, Vijay also made a mistake. But Vijay, now wavelength and frequency, they are inversely proportional.
Yeah,
Bunyandi, are you listening to this? Wavelength and frequency, they are inversely proportional to each other. If the frequency is high, the wavelength is small. That is what Himlata said.
I missed that logic. Yeah.
Beautiful answer. Hemlata answered it beautifully. As beautiful she is to look at, so her thoughts are also beautiful. Very good logic.
सर आप ही से सीखा है.
That's why I'm happy. I'm proud. I said I'm proud that you are in my class. That's why I said. Question पूछना ही चाहिए. You know, when I was trying to learn in Prayagraj, we were not allowed to ask questions. Okay, especially people like me, if I ask a question, it will be very difficult to answer. Hey, Guruji ne kah diya, take the Guru's word. Sit down. If you don't ask your teacher, whom will you ask? चलो, any other question?
Sir,
तो किडनी का बताइए ना.
हाँ, एक
sir,
मिनट. हाँ, विजय की बात सुनो बेटा.
sir, sir, I'm not couldn't follow few of the classes, but like the basic thing what I couldn't understand is like when you started talking about like wood to fire, fire to earth, earth to metal, and metal to this one. I'm not able to like differentiate like how this phase is happening. So how do I know this is happening? I mean, like I need a little brush up, sir.
Anything and everything in this world which has come to our world will have to go. Whether it is a mountain, and in the cosmos, if you see even the planet Earth, if it has come to exist, it has to go. I don't know whether you can appreciate this dialogue, this comment. Anything which is, it has to go, meaning thereby that it has started and it will go. So if it's something has started, has come to exist and will not exist, the body has come to exist and it will not exist. That means what? That anything and everything is moving in such a way that it brings. So, you are a student of science? No, you are
Yes,
an
sir.
Ayurveda acharya, na?
No, I'm a BSc science student, sir.
Okay. So your five sense organs, do you know that it has limits, lower limits and upper limits?
No, sir.
You don't know. Kavita, you know it.
हाँ सर, मैंने ये मतलब पढ़ा हुआ है कहीं पे
क्या पढ़ा है?
कि जैसे अब हम बहुत छोटी चीजें नहीं देख सकते जो हम माइक्रोस्कोप से देखते हैं. और मतलब मैंने तो वो मेडिटेशन वगैरह करा था, उसमें देखा था कि जैसे एक चींटी के लिए अगर हमारा पैर दिखती है वो, तो उसको इतना सा ही पार्ट दिखता है. तो ऐसे जो हम देख रहे हैं, क्या पता वो बहुत बड़ी चीज का बहुत छोटा पार्ट
I
है.
shall give you better example so that
हाँ.
Vijay will also appreciate. Have you ever heard of supersonic jets?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
It just quickly moves up.
Hmm?
It starts and like it quickly moves.
Supersonic jets are those who move at a higher speed than the speed of sound.
Right.
Vijay, unless you know a little bit of physics, it is difficult to know the theory of acupuncture. This is all energy. It's subject matter of all energy. Supersonic. Now, decibel is the unit of measuring the sound. Munyandi, you know about it?
Yes, yes.
It's 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz.
Yeah, so that is the lower and higher. 20 hertz is the lowest, and 20,000 hertz is the
Hertz.
upper
Yes.
limit. So any sound which has the frequency above that you cannot hear, anything that has the frequency lower than that, even that you cannot hear. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Munyandi? Similarly, eyes also has an upper limit and lower limit. Photons, you see, how much light is required so that you will see. When the child is born, in the beginning, the child cannot see. And once it starts seeing, it sees only black and white. It cannot differentiate in the color. Now, all these are facts around you which you have never noticed. We have to notice because we are going to treat with the help of energy. We are in the science of energy. We are studying energy, which is very subtle and metaphysical. So it is complex. It is difficult. So all your five senses, okay? Cats can see even in much darker light. You cannot see. Okay? Owl, it can see in the, you cannot see in the daylight.
Daylight.
Everyone has a lower and upper limit, right? Now let us take, so anything that is part of our world, it has popped up from somewhere. Not that it was not existing, it was beyond our perception of the five senses only. We perceive anything with the help of five sense organs only. कुछ भी जो हमें मालूम पड़ता है, सॉलिड, लिक्विड, गैस और एनीथिंग, इसको देखने के लिए हमारे पास क्या है? And with the help of instruments, we can further stretch the what do you call the boundaries, isn't it? Right? So it has popped up. Anything has popped up. Popped up means within our range of perception: eyes, ears, nose, touch, taste. Do you understand? Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
ये इमेजिन कर सकते हैं आप कि नहीं कर सकते? हम जितना देख सकते हैं, हम जितना सुन सकते हैं, उसके रेंज, हमारी रेंज में आ जाए तो दिखने लगेगा, सुनने लगेंगे, स्मेल आने लगेगा. उस रेंज से बाहर हो गया तो नहीं दिखता. तो पहली बात ये. दूसरी बात, इवन विद इन our range, within our world, our universe. You know, universe, have you heard? Universe. What is universe? Meaning of universe. Yes, Munyanti, can you throw some light? Universe. Universe of integers. My universe, your universe. Everyone's universe is different. Am I right, Munyanti?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Munyanti means my limits. Even mind has limits. You cannot think what you have never seen, heard, or imagined. You cannot imagine. You cannot imagine. You have to imagine something within your universe. Someone has larger universe. They are known as scientists, and discovery वही होता है. That is discovery. Then the second fact is that whatever pops up into our world, that is our range, that also has popped up and it will pop out, pop out, pop in, pop out. In between, it is continuously moving, and we see, the Chinese saw that it starts in a different way. The function in the starting phase is different, and suddenly the activities changes. For example, paddy's field. धान की खेती होती है ना, चावल बनता है ना. You are taking rice, I think. Now, rice, how it is produced? Have you seen the fields?
Yes, sir.
Do you know how it is produced?
Yes, sir.
How? Tell me.
तो इनिशियली लाइक जो पैडी का दाना होता है वो एक प्लेस में पानी में उसको स्प्राउटिंग करते हैं. फिर जब वो स्प्राउट हो जाता है 15 डेज का, 14 या 15 डेज का, फिर उसको खेत में पानी का बाउंड्रीज बना के
So
उसमें
what has happened? Why not before 15 days? And why not after 15 days? See, you have a sister?
Yes, sir.
She's younger or older?
Anger.
Younger. Her puberty. Have you heard of the word puberty?
Yes, sir.
Starts menstruating.
Yes.
She was not menstruating. She will menstruate and then she will not menstruate. What is this? While she was not menstruating, she has not reached the puberty, the phase, initial phase. Right? In the very beginning, the girl and boy, they do not know the difference.
Yes.
Puberty means fire phase. So there are critical stages of the whole process. The process can be seen as the activities changes with the time. And there are some critical junctions. It's not a boundary, it's not a fine line. It can be a whole range. So that from this side, it was different. This side, it is entirely different. I told you about 5 phases and 7 changes. Now these changes, which are drastic changes, they tell us that this is a different phase because the activities have changed. Similarly, in your building of a house, putting a seed, then the sprout coming out, and the whole. So the tree will also have so many stages. सबका स्टेज है नहीं. लड़की थी, फिर शादी हुई, वाइफ हो गई, फिर मदर हो गई, नहीं, फिर ग्रैंड मदर हो गई, एंड देन ओल्ड हैग. Nobody will ask her. So these are the different phases of life. These critical junctions, they separate the phases. And for every phase, you require a different kind of chi. Everything is made out of chi, प्राण. और प्राण भी अलग अलग प्रकार के हैं, isn't it? हमारे आयुर्वेद में 5 प्राणों की बात है, 5 कोशिकाओं की बात है, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
5 कोशिकाएं कौन कौन सी हैं विजय? कोशिका means cells. Koshika means cells, and they take it. Made of cell means sheets. You can, but it is not sheets. As a scientist, I am telling you that means the cells. What kind of cells? There are different kinds of cells out of which the whole thing is made, and those cells correspond to the 5 pranas, 5 kinds of prana, because the cells are made out of prana. Because the cells are also made up. And similarly, the 5 element, they all correspond. Manifestation is different, right? So these critical junctions has to be demarcated, which is different for different things which are popping into our world. Even the stone that goes through these changes. Even the mountains, they go through these changes. Earth is going through these changes. Water, the oceans are going through these changes. So this is what is happening. And every phase, the activities differ. किस तरह का काम हो रहा है वुड फेज में, फायर फेज में दूसरे तरह का काम हो रहा है, उसमें पुश का काम हो रहा है, इसमें कंटिन्यूअसली बस थोड़ा सा लगाते जाओ, वो काम हो रहा है. फिर तीसरे फेज में उसको रोक लिया और धीरे 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 उसको उसको बाउंड्री में बांध दो, ट्रेन करो, दैट इज मेटल, देन यू स्टॉप इट. सो दिस इज व्हाट इज हैपनिंग एवरीवेयर इन डिफरेंट वे, एंड एवरी मैन इज यूनिक. हर व्यक्ति का अपना ही यूनिकनेस है, लाइफ है ना?
Sir, can we take with an example? I'm trying to correlate. I'm really finding this difficult. अगर आप lung meridian का देखें, so the LU11 is wood, and the next would be LU10 fire. So, how do I know the wood? Like what signs, or how do I recognize it is a wood? And when it is moving to fire, what are my identification?
Do you know the activities of lung? Have you studied some physiology, anatomy book?
No, not books, sir.
Try to study. Because even if I tell you, everything cannot be spoon-fed. When there is an exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide, that is the first phase. कहाँ हो रहा है? Where this is happening?
Lungs.
Lungs में भी कहाँ?
Alveoli.
Lungs is from your nostrils to the air sacs to the diaphragm. Isn't it? So that exchange of gases, which is happening inside the air sac, alveoli, is not the same as inhaling and exhaling. Right? Inhalation, if this is the beginning, exhalation is the end. And if exhalation is the beginning, then inhalation is the end. One is normal flow, the other is opposite flow. And in that you have phases. Now you have two lobes in the lungs, right? And as the diaphragm goes down, it expands. When it expands, all the air sacs also expand. As it expands, the walls of the air sac, they become thinner, and even the blood vessels walls become thinner, and easily the gases can go from this side to that side because of difference in the concentration of oxygen and carbon dioxide. So it has a different kind of an activity. But more contraction and uh, expansion of lungs is different. The activity going on in the air pipe, that is different. The activity going on in sinus, that's a different activity. The air which you are taking, it passes through sinuses, isn't it? Do you know that? What is the function that is happening in sinuses?
These areas are
What is
blocked.
the function? There are 5 sinuses. What is the function of sinuses? क्या होता है sinus में? What kind of chi do you require for sinus? Do you require the same kind of chi for inhalation? Every phase requires different kind of chi. So that chi which is made by the lungs, that is something which kind of not only throws out, because this is a whole system, body mind, and it has to be maintained, it has to go through a process. So every kind of arrangement is there. So for different actions, for different kind of things, for example, suppose you have a whooping cough. Have you heard of it?
Yes.
So whooping cough, what is happening? What kind of cough is that? The cough is of 5 varieties. 5 वैरायटी की कफ होती है. whooping cough is fire, कंटिन्यूअसली होते ही जाता है, रुकता नहीं. और छींक आती है, वो क्या है? What is that? That requires different kind of. Cheek means sneezing. That requires different kind of chi, different kind of intensity of chi also, isn't it? तो एक को LU11 और एक को LU10 वाला समझो, एक को LU9 वाला समझो. Suppose you might have seen people yawning. What is that chi? That is a different kind of chi. That is humidity, earth phase. The chi required is available at LU9. So different kinds of functions in the lungs, whole process of inhalation and exhalation. And plus, there are so many other functions of lungs which you should read. If you are interested, inquisitive, go get hold of good physiology anatomy book, standard book of, say, graduation degree. Study. रॉस विल्सन की किताब है.
Sir, can you
रॉस एंड विल्सन.
Ross and Wilson?
It is nowadays, it is coming in 2 volumes. You can purchase and read everything. All systems are there. पढ़ना पड़ेगा, है ना? सब कुछ यहाँ हम नहीं बता सकते, because this is not a class of anatomy physiology. which is not required for us. That why should we discuss? But this much you should understand, that for the whole process of all the process of lung, we require, there are 5 phases. Structurally also 5 kinds of structure you will find, and functionally also you will find 5 kinds of function. For every kind of function you require different kind of chi, and for every kind of structure development you have required 5 kinds of chi, so that the whole lungs respiratory system is made, generated. Similarly, your digestive system, again you require 5, structurally and functionally. तो भाई हमने भी पढ़ा है, आप भी पढ़ी, इतनी जल्दी क्या है? नहीं? कितनी फीस लगती है मेडिकल कॉलेज में? And plus I am not qualified to teach. हमारी भी अपनी सीमा है, हमने भी ज्यादा नहीं पढ़ा है, हमको जितना पढ़ने से काम चल जाए. What I read, I think, therefore I can answer. अभी समझ में आ रहा है? So what are these points? These points are inbuilt. When it was built, this was built when you were in mother's womb. The meridians were built when you were in mother's womb. हमने नहीं बनाया, चाइनीज ने नहीं बनाया, बन के आ रहा. किसी का गड़बड़ भी है, नहीं मिलता रिजल्ट. किसी का गड़बड़ भी है, उसी पॉइंट से नहीं मिलता रिजल्ट, लेकिन मेजॉरिटी को रिजल्ट मिल गया, इसलिए इसको हम लोग किताब में डाल दिया. Not that 100% people will have LU10 right at that point. No. अभी आ रही है, बहुत सी बातें नेट में आ रही हैं. There are many people who are claiming liver 2 यहाँ नहीं है, liver 2 दूसरी जगह है. LU11 डॉक्टर वॉल ने कहा कि it is not on the outer side, it is from the inner side, and they said it is lymph, it's working like that. There are many things. समझ में आ रही है कुछ? Are you getting it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you getting your answer? So it is inbuilt. Something is inbuilt. Why this is solid, sir? Solid क्यों है? Why this is solid? Okay, इसमें movement कम है, इसमें changes कम है, this is more dense, तो ये solid. क्यों सब क्यों dense है? क्यों movement कम हो गया? Why solid? Why not everything is liquid? Why we should have had everything liquid? सॉलिड क्यों बन गया? क्या जरूरत थी? और अगर सॉलिड ही बना तो सब कुछ सॉलिड ही होना चाहिए था, फिर गैस की क्या जरूरत थी? ऐसा नहीं, इनबिल्ट है. व्हाट वी आर डूइंग, we are, it is known as research. It is not search. You cannot really search anything new, you cannot make anything new, you can only research. You can only, something is already existing, you will find it. That is discovery.
Okay, sir. I mean, like, my point here is like, sir, what I was trying to get the answer is like, you said like, no, we have 5 phases, like so wood, fire, earth, and like metal and water. So yeah, okay, the phases changed. Like, I'm not sure if I'm jumping too forward, but when we know, like, how do we know that we have to use the fire point or the wood point?
That's a good question. Valid
That
question.
was what I was expecting. I mean, like,
That you will come to know in due course.
Okay.
Maybe in level 2 we will take up what is wind, what it does, how to identify.
Okay.
So then once you know, so you will see the symptoms, you will see how to diagnose, then you will know whether this is wind or this is. Hey, wind is always start. So something which is always starting, stopping, starting, stopping, starting. We will say this is wind dominated, wood dominated. So wood has to be recognized with that particular, or maybe different things. So about wood we will talk at length. About fire we will talk at length. About earth also we will talk at length. We'll do that.
Okay.
Maybe in level 2.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Little advanced.
सर जो एक मैंने क्वेश्चन पूछा था, किडनी को जो हम लेंगे, तो किडनी का जो फेज, मेटल फेज तो K7 पे आता है इसका।
ठीक है, तो क्या हुआ?
तो इसको यन में ही लेंगे फिर, जैसे 3 फेज आ रहे हैं ना इसके एंकल तक।
भाई ड्राइनेस तो हमेशा यिन ही होता है। अब देखो, यिन को समझो। यिन एक होता है स्ट्रक्चरली, एक होता है फंक्शनली,
फंक्शनली।
है ना। एक टेक्सचर यिन हो सकता है, और फंक्शन यांग हो सकता है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, रबर की जो बैंड्स आती है ना, रिंग्स, क्या बोलते हैं उसको? छल्ले आते नहीं रबर के?
रबर बैंड्स।
रबर बैंड
रबर
से बोलते
रबर
हैं।
बैंड्स,
रबर बैंड्स।
रबर बैंड हो, या और आपने एक वुडन छल्ला बना दिया। विच वन इज यिन एंड विच वन इज यांग?
वुडन वाला इज यिन एंड रबर बैंड वाला इज yang।
दैट इज फंक्शनली।
फंक्शनल।
स्ट्रक्चरली,
रबर बैंड, रबर वाला यांग होगा,
रबर
स्ट्रेच।
रबर जल्दी टूट जाएगा,
यस
सॉफ्ट है।
सर।
लकड़ी वाला जल्दी टूटेगा नहीं। यिन है लेकिन बहुत यांग है। कविता, आई डोंट ब्लेम यू, दिस इज डिफिकल्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड। So we have taken up a lot of time in question answer. If you do not have any other question, then we can go ahead.
सर एक चीज पूछनी है, आपने बताया कि यॉर्निंग ह्यूमिडिटी है, तो
क्या?
अगर किसी को
हमें पता नहीं है, हमने तो एग्जाम्पल दिया। हाँ, यॉर्निंग हो रही तो क्या करें?
सर आपने बताया ना ह्यूमिडिटी है, तो ह्यूमिडिटी ज्यादा हो गई है अगर यॉर्निंग ज्यादा हो रहा है तो।
आप बताओ ना क्या हो रहा है।
सर इट मीन्स कि मतलब मुझे
यॉर्निंग
तो
क्यों? पहले तो फिजियोलॉजी पढ़ो कि यॉर्निंग होती क्यों है।
यिन ज्यादा है बॉडी में, तभी यॉर्निंग हो रही है।
अच्छा, ऐसा क्या?
सब पता नहीं, पूछ रही हूँ आपसे।
नहीं बताएंगे। आई एम नॉट योर फिजियोलॉजी टीचर। आप कुछ भी पढ़ना नहीं चाहते, सब यहाँ स्पून फीडिंग। मैंने जो बता दिया ब्रह्म वाक्य है, कहीं जाके बोला वो उल्टा पड़ा। ट्राई टू रीड व्हाई यॉर्निंग, यॉर्निंग क्यों होती है, फिर डिसाइड
तो
करेंगे ये वुड है कि कम है, फायर है कि अर्थ है कि मेटल है, कम है कि ज्यादा। देयर आर ओनली टू कॉजेस फॉर एनी काइंड ऑफ एलिमेंट, फॉर एनी काइंड ऑफ abnormality. Either the chi is more than required or it is less than required, or the quality of chi is not correct. That can be another thing. We have to right away, we have to know. कोई भी चीज जो अंग्रेजी में नाम है ना रोगों का, यॉर्निंग है, स्नीजिंग है, कफिंग है, ये सब नाम एक्यूपंक्चर के नहीं है। नहीं, तो इनको पहले हमें समझना होगा कि हो क्या रहा है, व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज हैपनिंग। once we know what is happening in terms of yin yang, so any medical condition, first we have to understand it in terms of yin yang, in terms of yin
ये
yang.
भी है।
K7 राइट में भी है, K7 लेफ्ट में भी है। that is metal point dryness energy on the right, dryness energy on the left, but one can be more yang and one can be more yin. मुश्किल है, आई डोंट ब्लेम यू। थोड़ी सी गहराई वाली बात है, इन डेप्थ है मामला। यू हैव टू इमेजिन। तो K7 किधर वाली होगी ज्यादा? यिन, वाटर किडनी साइड में।
वाटर, वाटर किडनी।
फायर किडनी साइड में वही K7, that will also be dryness, that will be yin, no doubt it will be yin, but it will be yang, more yang. The chi available at K7 on the right side will be more yang for males, I am talking about. For females is the other way. ठीक है।
सर योनि का थोड़ा सा बता दीजिए, नहीं समझ
हमें
आ रहा।
नहीं मालूम बेटा, आई डोंट नो. If I don't know, how should I tell you? I can tell you only what I know, isn't it?
ओके सर।
तुमने कभी यौन किया है? डू यू एवर, हैव यू एवर यौन? यौनिंग होती
सर
है?
आजकल आजकल थोड़ा ज्यादा होती है, इसीलिए पूछ रही हूँ।
अच्छा, यौनिंग में होता क्या है?
सर ऐसे करके मुंह खोल के
मुंह खोल के सांस बाहर फेंकते हैं,
ऐसे मेरे को लगता है ले रहे हैं अंदर।
अंदर ले रहे हैं.
हम्म।
इसके मतलब ये हुआ कि ये जो बॉडी है, ये आप नहीं है, ये आपकी बॉडी है. इसको हवा चाहिए तब वो यौन करता है. दिस बॉडी वांट्स मोर. मछली को जल से निकालो तो क्या करती हूँ?
मुंह खोल के सांस लेती है।
क्यों? उसको चाहिए.
सही है।
इसमें हवा की कमी है, खींचना है. So less of oxygen is reaching, and you want more of oxygen. The body wants more of oxygen. नहीं, सिंपल चीज तो समझो.
क्लियर हो गया।
अब बाद में किताब. हर चीज ऐसे पूछते बैठोगे तो हमारी लिमिट है. मेरी भी नॉलेज कितनी है, कोई इनफाइनाइट थोड़ी है.
सर आपकी तो
पर
बहुत है।
कम भी नहीं है सर इनफाइनाइट
बहुत
से।
है आपकी।
तो पता लगा इसके बाहर की चीज कोई हमने बताई तो गलत हो जाएगा ना. जितना मुझे मालूम है उतना बताते हैं. चलो, यू कैन कीप आस्किंग फॉर आउट. लेकिन क्या है कि फिजियोलॉजी एनाटॉमी मैं भी नहीं जानता उतना. आई एम नॉट ए डॉक्टर, बट यस आई एम ए स्टूडेंट ऑफ फिजिक्स. वो बताएंगे. आई एम ए स्टूडेंट ऑफ यिन yang, दैट आई विल टेल यू. आई एम ए स्टूडेंट ऑफ फिजिक्स, दैट आई विल टेल यू. बट आई एम नॉट ए स्टूडेंट ऑफ बायोलॉजी. So there, that is my weakness. Anyway, अब आइए, और कोई सवाल तो नहीं है ना अब?
नहीं सर।
So let
थैंक
us,
यू।
now we know about meridians, and 10 plus 2, that is 12 regular meridians we have been talking about. 10 means 10 organs, 5 solid organs, 5 non-organs, and the 2 other meridians which you can take as controller meridians, that is pericardium and triple valve. All these organs have accumulation points, 5 phases. They have a mother point, they have a son point, they have a grandmother and grandson point, and they have a horary point. This we have done. Okay, right? Now horary point is, हमने कल एक definition दी थी. That is what? क्या करता है? Point communication.
पॉइंट्स ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन विद द एनवायरनमेंट,
It is point of communication with nature.
नेचर.
In nature, सब कुछ हमारे जो संसार में जो क्रिएशन है, it is because of vibration. I've told you right in the first day, on the first day. Everything is moving and it is vibrating. Random movement of molecules everywhere, whether it is liquid, gas, or solid, as also said. Now, we are all, or even a meridian for that matter, is surrounded by, so chi is there all over, and it is getting attracted by the capacity, whatever capacity we have. That much of prana, that much of chi we can absorb. And then there is a vibration in the lung, vibration in the heart. Everywhere there is a vibration. Without vibration, neither kidney, nor liver, nor heart, nor lungs, nor spleen, nobody can generate chi. Everything is generated out of vibrations. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? नहीं तो एक है कॉस्मिक बहुत बड़ा बाहर का वाइब्रेशन, और एक बिल्कुल माइक्रो वाइब्रेशन विच इज हैविंग एवरी सेल इज वाइब्रेटिंग. समझ में आ रही? नो दैट aura or the envelope of, so there is something which is very much related with us, part of that environment which we are carrying with us. How we are carrying? Because we have some force which is attracting, because we need the environment, the nature, and we have to communicate, keep with communication. So whatever environment you are living in, वही का होगा आपके पास, right? And that will move with you. जहां पर आप रहेंगे, फिर वहां जब रुक जाएंगे, then it will stabilize. Otherwise it is moving, so it will not be able to do proper work. Proper communication उतना अच्छा नहीं हो पाएगा. If you are moving very fast, then the communication with the nature will also be disturbed. Why? Because जो वो चारों तरफ हमने जिसको अट्रैक्ट करके रखा है, हमारी जो ऊर्जा की फील्ड है, हमारी जो और है या जो कुछ भी है एनवलप, that is, if we are moving, it is changing very fast. So the communication will not be. But we take it for granted that whatever is happening is happening in our residence. हम लोग जहाँ रहते हैं उसी के आसपास, जहाँ से जहाँ तक जाते हैं, ऑफिस से जाते हैं, यहाँ आते हैं, घर जाते हैं, संबंधी के पास जाते हैं, इंडिया में है इंडिया में जाते हैं, वर्ल्ड में है तो वर्ल्ड में जा रहे हैं, राइट? लेकिन अगर यहाँ से यूएस गए तो हमको टाइम लैग होगा, जेट लैग होगा, नहीं? इन ऑर्डर फॉर इट टू सेटल डाउन, कम्युनिकेशन नहीं, कम्युनिकेशन बहुत फास्ट चेंज हो गया ना. So this communication happens through horary point. How it happens? Horary point on the meridian. Every meridian has a horary point that opens up. Open means anything can go in, anything can come out. So there are 12 meridians. So in a day and night, this side, दो घंटे के लिए खुलती है. Every meridian will open for 2 hours. So there are 12 meridians. It makes 24 hours of approximately. Every meridian opens for 2 hours. ये सारी बातें हो रही हैं, किसी ने बनाया नहीं है. No human being has made it. It is happening in the nature. नहीं, फ्रॉग क्यों जंप लेता है, सरपेंट क्यों रेंगता है, ये हमने बनाया नहीं है. These creatures are made, they are found. We are only studying. We are trying to find out explanations, etc. And which is not the correct method, of course. This is the Western method. Oriental science is different. Oriental way of study is different. The Ananta, infinite. That infinite thing has to be studied within a finite life. That is known as Oriental way of study. Western way of study. Now, when we were studying the Mendeleev's element table, periodic table had 108 elements. Today it is 121 or 122 elements. And there is no surety. In near future, maybe more elements will be found out. That is Western method. Right? If there is a, say, ENT specialist, he will not know anything about heart. A cardiologist, he will not know anything about ENT. That is not the case with Oriental science. Oriental science will study everything in the domain of Yin-Yang, everything will be there. So what we study the commonality and differentiations. That is Oriental science. So अब ये horary points, when they open, and we have, you can imagine, an envelope of chi. हवा भी है, हवा अलग चीज है, और chi अलग चीज है. Because we need communication of the chi inside and outside. Then only we can survive for some time. तो बाहर की chi भी आती है और अंदर भी chi generate हो रही है. Earlier, Chinese said that all the chi that we require for our life, it's coming from outside only. Through our nails, they are entering. Toenails and fingernails. But then, they were proved wrong, and now they also have agreed that yes, most of the chi that we require is generated within our body by the triple warmer mechanism. I have told you what is triple warmer mechanism. comprised of 10 organs. And 12 meridians. Right? So that horary point, when it opens, the envelope that is surrounding you or the meridian, everything is surrounded by its own envelope. So envelope within envelope within envelope, ऐसा है. You consider yourself to be within an envelope that is contracting and expanding. It is vibrating. So when the outside chi envelope is contracting, that means the chi is getting pushed into your body through horary point. Should I repeat?
Yes, sir.
Repeat करूं?
यस सर
बाहर एक एनवलप है, मान लो ची का एनवलप है. क्या भरा हुआ उसमें? ची भरा, इनविजिबल. ये जो ची है का एनवलप है, वो क्या हो रहा है? एक्सपैंड भी हो रहा है और कॉन्ट्रैक्ट.
कॉन्ट्रैक्ट
एक्सपैंड हो रहा है, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. इसलिए तरह तरह के आप मत ना हो, जर्म्स पैदा हो जाएंगे. देखा ना आपने, बेगर्स जो पड़े रहते हैं बिल्कुल महीनों सालों, उनके कितने रहती है, जम्स हो जाते हैं उनके बॉडी में, काटते रहते हैं, ये करते रहते हैं. होता है कि नहीं होता? Why? Because that vibration is producing germs. Whenever there is change of season, especially the rainy season comes, you will see so many insects. Everything they come out. तो ये जो vibration हो रहा है, so if it is, suppose that envelope is contracting, so what is happening? The chi outside in the envelope is getting pushed into the body, isn't it? ये imagine कर सकते हैं कि नहीं कर सकते आप? And when it will be expanding, the envelope is expanding. What is happening? They are sucking the chi from inside your body. What will go out and what will come in? That will depend on, again, the pressure and concentration. If outside, if it is a purer chi, better chi, and inside the chi has been processed, it has worked so much, produced some toxins also, so that will also go, follow the chi going out, follow anything which is going out, can follow. So that which follows is yang. जैसे मान लो आप प्लेटफॉर्म पे खड़े हो, if you are standing on a platform and the train passes by, so the train goes and behind that lot of wind comes in, isn't it?
सर
So that wind following, that is outside the train, that is yang, and train is yin, solid. Similarly, there are two kinds of chi, even in true chi, the real chi that is generated in lungs. It has yin, the nourishing chi, and it has defensive chi. We will be, maybe the next class we will be talking about the 7 varieties of chi. We will discuss this. तो अभी क्या हो रहा है कि inside it is coming when it is contracting envelope, and when it is expanding the chi is going out. ये समझना बहुत जरूरी है. This you will have to understand, then only we can go ahead. Okay. Now this horary point opens, every meridian's horary point opens for 2 hours, and it is a laid down sequence of the meridians which opens one after the other. That sequence is also known to us. Not that we have made the sequence, but we have identified, we have found out. We means the Chinese, the human beings. Right? So it opens in a particular sequence. The sequence is that we will have to remember. Let me see if I can share something. So something is like this. Can you see this? Hello?
सर थोड़ा बड़ा हो सकता है
Huh?
यस ठीक है सर अभी
This is the sequence. This is a list of horary points. And this is the opening time. Hello?
यस सर
ये दिख रहा है?
Yes, sir.
तो सबसे पहले मॉर्निंग में कौन कौन खुलता है? विच हॉररी पॉइंट ओपन्स?
Lungs.
lungs,
उसके बाद लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन, उसके बाद
Stomach.
स्टमक, उसके बाद
spleen,
Spleen.
now remember this sequence is of huge importance which we will be using right through all our classes. So this sequence you will have to, I think it must get into your heart. By heart you will have to remember lungs, large intestine, stomach, spleen. That is first four. Second four is heart, small intestine, urinary bladder, and kidney. And the third is pericardium, triple warmer, and gallbladder and liver. So four meridians at a time. If you see, then there are three fours, three boxes. So this we will also elaborate a little bit. But in the meanwhile, you can see this sequence. And the opening time of horary point is very much essential. So take a screenshot and put it in the group. Can you do that?
Done, sir,
Should
done.
I? Done. Okay. डॉक्टर साहब आ गए क्या? So you have noted it. Should I stop it?
Yes, sir.
Now, see if I have, I want to show you something about horary point. Let me see if I have a picture. क्यों नहीं रहता? I should have kept it. It's not there. Okay, let me draw. It's not there. Okay. नहीं है तो we will have to draw. We have G. Do we have Ra? दुनिया भर का है बट वो नहीं है जो चाहिए. Okay. इससे अच्छा ड्रॉ कर दो. I shall draw it. Okay, no problem. You see, um, I'm going to draw. I shall share it so that you are not bored. Now suppose this is a meridian. This is a horary point. So let me level it. Right. This is maximum limit of chi that can be meridian. And this is the minimum level of chi. Should be there always in the meridian. Right? So let us put color. Let us write. This is should be right already. This is so this is meridian, and this is surrounded by, let me see if I can make it. नहीं आ रहा है. Okay. So what I can do is if we remove this, अच्छा था पहले का ये। ये बन गया भाई। It has taken a lot of pain. Okay, now this is the energy envelope which is surrounding this meridian, and this can expand and this can contract. This can expand and this can contract. समझ में आ रही बात आपको? All of you are getting it? This can expand, contract. Is it making clear? This is meridian, the black lines. In the meridian, the chi is flowing. Now, chi, how much chi in a meridian can flow? That is maximum possibility. Maximum amount of chi, maximum level of chi that it can accommodate is indicated by a red line. And the minimum amount of chi that must be there any time of the day and night in a meridian, it can never afford to be fully empty, is this. Now, when this envelope is expanding, what is happening? When this envelope is expanding, this chi is going out. And when this envelope is contracting, the chi is coming into the meridian through this horary point, which has opened for 2 hours. Is it making sense? Are you able to understand what I'm saying? ये समझ में आ रही है क्या कि नहीं आ रही?
Yes, sir.
जी सर।
ये समझ में आ रही है ना? Are you all understanding it what I'm saying? This is an energy envelope, chi envelope. Now this chi envelope, this is vibrating. How it is vibrating? Expanding, contracting, expanding, contracting. When it is contracting, the chi is coming in. So let us make it in. In is this, suppose this is in. In is this brown color. Out is the blue color. Okay. So now you know that when this is contracting, the chi is coming out within the meridian from outside envelope. And this energy envelope, when it is expanding, the chi is going out this like blue from horary point, both. Right? Like air is coming inside our lungs and it is going out. We are inhaling, the air is going in. When we are exhaling, the air is going out. Similarly, this chi is going in and going out. So now there is another fact that has been noticed by me, of course, and that is every horary point opens for 2 hours. That was told by Chinese. What I said is that I have noticed that this chi envelope from maximum expansion to maximum contraction. So maximum expansion is this and maximum contraction is this. So, and then again expansion. So from here to here, it takes for the envelope for full 1 hour. And then from here to here, it also takes full 1 hour. Got it? The envelope, the chi envelope, which is surrounding us, it takes fully 1 hour from maximum contraction to maximum expansion. And similarly, from maximum expansion to maximum contraction, it again takes 1 hour. So in 2 hours of time, when the horary point is open, this once it expands from and once it contracts. Hello?
Yes, sir.
ये बात क्लियर हो रही है कि नहीं हो रही है?
Yes, sir.
Are you getting all of you?
Yes, sir.
So this also has a time. This also has a time frame. When it starts contracting and when it starts expanding.
Pending.
Like Chinese said, from 3 to 5, the lungs, Horary point, that is LU8, is open. Now, what happens in these 2 hours, that is 3 to 5, that we have to understand. Now, energy envelope, time for energy envelope, maybe I have somewhere, so I will not have to do much. लिखते दिमाग खराब. It's not here. So, see, go back to page G. Do you have? Dr. Varshney has it? The
Which one, sir?
table of energy envelope contraction and maximum and minimum.
मैं अभी भेज देता हूँ सर.
इसमें तो नहीं दिख रहा है यार. बनाने में तो टाइम लगेगा.
सर कंपाइल वाली भेज दूँ.
क्या है उसमें?
वही कौन सी मेरिडियन पहले आवर में होती है?
नहीं नहीं, वो तो है उसकी, नहीं वो नहीं.
फर्स्ट आवर, सेकंड
चलो
आवर.
बुक से करते, फोटो कर लेते. आई शैल सेंड द फोटोग्राफ. ओके, नो नो प्रॉब्लम. आई शैल टेक ए फोटो एंड सेंड इट. दैट वी विल प्रिजर्व आल्सो फॉर द नेक्स्ट क्लासेस. यहाँ पर है ना, जिनके पास ये बुक है उनके पास
आपका
पेज
बुक
नंबर
आज
बता दें.
आज आया सर. आप आपने जो बुक्स भेजे हैं वो.
Energy envelopes expansion and contraction clock. Okay, so I shall take a photograph.
आपके बुक में है सर.
हाँ है ना.
नंबर से पेज नंबर.
This is page number 83.
सर भेजता हूँ.
यस सर.
मिला?
यस सर, मिला है.
भेज दिया सर.
ओके गुड. हमने भी भेजा हुआ है, बट आपने अच्छा भेजा होगा. Expands, exits. हाँ ठीक है, it's okay. So now, if I think I can share. Can you see this? अब ये दिखना चाहिए. दिख रहा है?
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So 2 to 4 in the morning, the outer energy envelope is expanding, and therefore between 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. the energy through open horary point exits the body. What does it mean? That the energy in the open channel decreases. जो लेवल रही हो उसकी बिटवीन मैक्सिमम एंड मिनिमम उससे कम होने लगती है 1 घंटा या कब से कब 2 बजे से 4 बजे तक 2 घंटे के लिए. So it takes 2 hours, not 1 hour. It takes 2 hours for the envelope to contract fully and for the envelope to expand fully. Not 1 hour. I'm sorry, I made a mistake earlier. It takes 2 hours. हेलो, ये समझ में आ रही है आपको? ये चार्ट आपके पास है ग्रुप में सबके पास?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, और इसमें हम क्या करें? What we are saying is that between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. the energy envelope is expanding. Whichever meridian is open, through that the chi goes out. That means the chi in that particular meridian which is open decreases. Is it all right? तो अब मान लो कि this is it, I think. Suppose this is it. So when this is expanding, 2 o'clock it starts expanding and keeps on expanding up to 4 o'clock. And then after 4 o'clock it keeps contracting and contracts up to 6 o'clock. So between 2 and 4, whichever meridian is open, it is the chi is going out. Now let us see which meridian is open between 2 and 4.
Lungs.
Lungs.
No,
2-5.
no, not correct.
So liver.
Lungs is open between 3 and 5, not 2 and 4. ये दिख रहा है अब आपको?
Yes, sir.
Lungs meridian is open between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. The envelope starts expanding at 2 o'clock in the night. At 2 o'clock. So at between 3 and 4, what is happening? From 2 to 4, the energy envelope is expanding, expanding, expanding. 2 hours. So the chi goes out, out, out between. But 3 o'clock, lungs open. So after between 3 and 4, the chi from the lungs meridian goes out. Is it clear? Hello?
Yes, yes.
So between 3 and 4, the chi is decreasing in the lungs meridian. Hello? And between 4 and 5, when it again starts contracting, so the chi from outside starts getting into lungs meridian, and therefore the level of chi in the lungs meridian goes up. Hello?
Yes, sir.
So 3 to 4, the lungs meridian starts depleting and depletes, and 4 to 5, the lungs meridian again gets more energy, so excess. Now what I say is, if there is any anomaly, if any problem in the lungs because of the amount of chi, then if anything happens between 3 and 4, Anything, any ailment, any problem in your body, if it is between 3 and 4, then what will happen?
एनर्जी कम हो जाएगी सर।
Between
उसका लंग
3 and
कैपेसिटी कम होगा सर, वो ब्रीथ लेने में।
जो भी होने दो, any problem, if it occurs between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m., there are only two causes. Either the lungs is three possibilities. Let me show you the other figure. See, this is the upper level of chi is red color, and this is the lower level. Suppose 3 to 4, what is happening is the chi is going out.
Going out.
Now, suppose you have the energy level in the chi level in the lungs meridian is somewhere here. This is the actual level of chi at 3 o'clock. If the chi in the lungs meridian is within permissible limit, that is red and blue, then you are healthy and you will not have any problem. You will sleep properly, or whatever you are doing, you can do. But suppose the chi starts getting out of the lungs meridian at 3 o'clock, and by the time it is 4 o'clock, this level of chi in the meridian goes down and touches the minimum or maybe below the minimum. Then what will happen? You will have some difficulty, some ailment, breathlessness हो सकती है, कुछ और problem हो सकता है, घबराहट हो सकती है, sadness हो सकती है, you can have bad dream, you can have pain, whatever, maybe खांसी हो सकती है, कुछ भी हो सकता है, छींकें आनी शुरू हो सकती है, anything can happen, right? So this should, once it starts getting out, the chi starts getting out at 3, and it goes on and on and on up to 4 o'clock, and the level goes down below the permissible limit or near the permissible limit, then you will have problem. So any problem between 3 and 4, you will know that there is what? Whole day there was no problem, whole night there was no problem, and the problem has occurred at 3:30 a.m. or 3:45 a.m. or approximately 4 a.m. What does it mean? It means that the chi पहले से ही कम थी, it was already less than required by the body mind, and between 3 and 4 more chi has gone out, and therefore it has gone below the permissible limit. So any problem between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m., what you should do? You should increase the chi in the lungs. Do you understand this? Hello?
Yes, sir.
यस सर।
Suppose the problem is between 4 and 5, then what?
तो सर वो मैक्सिमम लिमिट से ज्यादा हो जाएगी।
Vashle, do you have that chart also?
Which one, sir?
Treatment chart. When to treat, when to tone, and when to sedate. We had made these charts, no? Last classes.
मैं देखता हूँ सर एक बार।
नहीं होगा तो I'll see and find out and tell you. But let me tell you, any problem between 4 and 5, what will happen? 4 and 5, this is contracting. 4 to 6, it is contracting, isn't it? It is contracting. 4 to 6, it is contracting. So contracting means the chi is getting in, this brown line. And if the chi was suppose here, and the chi starts coming in, and the level of the chi increases, and it goes beyond the maximum permissible limit in the lungs meridian, then again also you will have problem. So if the chi is more than necessary, more than required, then only you have problem. Or if it is less than the minimum level permissible in the lungs meridian, then also you have a problem. So if the problem occurs between 4 and 5, that means already there was more chi in the lungs, and between 4 and 5 more chi has come into the lungs meridian, and therefore we have a problem. So what is the solution? Take out some chi from lungs and give it. So if we have to send the chi out of the lungs meridian, whom it can give? It can give to its
Partner.
Horary
sun.
point.
Sun.
No, partner.
No. Can give to partner also, but not required. You always remember mother-son-law. I have not discussed how to transfer from partner to partner. Have we discussed? No. We have discussed how we have a mother point, we have a son point. So anything happening between 3 and 4, that means already the chi is less in the lungs meridian. So what we will have to do? Tone mother point. So mother points are also known as tonification points. But anything happening to you between 4 and 5, that means the chi was already more and it has further gone in. Therefore, it is giving excess of chi. What you should do? You should send the chi to the sun, that is kidney. How? By sedating the sun point. आपको समझ में आ रही है ये बात सबको? Now put on your cameras. Are you able to find out, understand? There are
Yes,
two
sir.
conditions. Maximum limit hai lungs mein. How much chi can be held in the lungs meridian? There is a maximum limit and there is a minimum limit. Right? 3 to 4, the chi is going out because the expansion of energy and voila. So 3 to 4, the chi is going out. Suppose it was already less and further it is decreasing and the level of chi goes down below the permissible limit. Minimum limit that must be there. You will have problem. 3 to 4, if there is any problem, then you know that it is deficiency of chi in the lungs meridian. You have to tonify. What will you do? Tone mother point.
Other point.
Tone mother point. And if the problem is between 4 to 5, that means the chi is further coming in, and you have a problem. That means the chi was already more chi has come in, and it is trying to cross the maximum permissible limit of the chi. So what we will do? You have to take out the chi from lungs meridian, send it to the sun organ. That is sedate sun point. Is it clear?
Sir.
So write down an exercise and do it and come in the next class. At 4:30, a lady gets a sprain in the ankle joint. What should be the treatment? 4:30, a lady goes to the bathroom, comes back with a sprain, cannot walk. This example is discussed in our
AM or PM? AM or PM?
PM. 4:30. So you do this exercise and be ready and tell me in the group what is the treatment.
Yes,
Try
sir.
to think of it. Every 2 hours, expansion of the envelope, and 2 hours it takes for contraction. Between 2 and 4, it is expanding. 4 to 6, it is contracting. 6 to 8, it is expanding. 8 to 10, it is contracting. 10 to 12, again expanding. Are you understanding it, what I'm saying, Muniandi? The envelope is continuously expanding and contracting, but it takes 2 hours to fully expand and again 2 hours to fully contract. And it starts at 2 a.m. when it is expanding. That table you have in the group. Thank you and good night.
Thanks.